I actually find that as an adult, it can feel much scarier
Mm.
to do things than like when I was a teenager or even in my early 20s. Just kind of reflecting on that, I feel like an experience I had that really kind of opened me to just like getting out of my comfort zone was when I first moved to West Yellowstone for a summer. I was in college, so again, like a little bit of that fearlessness element. I had never been there before to my recollection. I'm sure I had passed through, as a kid, maybe. But a girlfriend just said, "Hey, why don't you come up with me and we could like wait tables for the summer?" And I think I was just so excited to see and experience something different. And honestly, that experience changed my life.
Mm.
One summer turned into probably 4 or 5 over the years, and it was so good for so many reasons. First of all, it was a different world than the world I grew up in, which was Salt Lake City, which I still love so much. But gosh, talk about a cultural difference with just a 4.5 hour drive.
Mhm, mhm.
This is a town where there's 1,000 people that live there year round. And not only that, but millions of tourists from all over the world that come in and pass through each year. So, I was just completely in a different world. I also feel like just, as a young adult, I didn't have a lot of commitments then. I didn't have kids or a spouse, but I feel like I really kind of was at this point in my life where I got to decide like what kind of person I wanted to be.
Mhm.
So that was really cool to go up there and almost not feel like I had this identity, and I really got to choose, like, who is Brooke Foster? What is important to her? What does she spend her spare time doing? And then I think just, realizing that, like, there's not one right way to do things, right? That, going from this life I had known in Davis County, Utah, to a very much more blue collar or so many small business owners, right? Just
Mhm.
seeing the way they live and the values that they have was so different. So I feel like just that act of even just driving 4 hours away and just really like embracing, every part of West Yellowstone for all of its quirks, for better or worse. I really do feel like that was a really good springboard for me.